Hey, what's up, Hoofo? This is Jeremy. So, what y'all doing today? I'm sitting here chilling. Today I'm drinking coffee. Yesterday I was drinking that tea. Now I'm drinking coffee. So I just got through from walking. And what's so weird is I usually drink my coffee before I walk because it makes me sweat more. But for some reason, I'm drinking it now after I got to walking. The only reason I'm doing this video right now is because I be walking and I be just seeing stuff. And then when I be seeing stuff, I be thinking about stuff and I be just laughing at stuff. And then sometimes I be laughing at stuff, thinking about the stuff I'm gonna text Rashard when I get back home so we can laugh at dumb stuff. And then sometimes I be laughing at stuff saying, I'm gonna tell my folks on YouTube this shit or whatever. As I made the video, it was Wednesday afternoon. And Rashard started the video today when he went to the grocery store to get some stuff. And I was like, okay, send me the footage so I can put on this video and I can make a mash it together. But I can't get in contact with Rashard because he can't have his phone on at work. Ain't that some bullshit? I said, Anyway, hood folks, speaking of work, when I was walking today, I saw somebody walking also. And this made me think of two story times I want to tell y'all about a work experience. Both of these stories are extremely funny, but always also these stories are like, ooh, golly. Oh my God. God damn. That's too much. Now, I do want to start off by saying this. I told y'all that I'm not going to give no more disclaimers on my stories. You either just go like the videos or just be offended. Of course, you're going to be offended by this motherfucker. If you are part of the LGBTQ community, especially after the T, the QIA, all this, you're going to be offended heavily by this video. This video going to offend you extremely heavy. And what you want me to do? What you want me to do? What you want me to do? Now, nothing that I say is going to come from a place of hate, but everything I say going to come from a place of, So, before I do this video, I'm giving you this disclaimer that this video is going to be offensive. I'm telling you straight up. If you don't like dark humor, dark insults, a lot of sarcasm, don't watch this story. This is my story. What happened to me? Okay? All right? You ready? And Rashard, when you watch this video, you're missing out because you didn't send me your footage. But I guess you'll be in the video somewhere. Here you go, y'all. This is the only thing Rashard can do in the video. Drop the intro. Do it for the hood folk. Yeah. Call center jobs are just like warehouse jobs. It's messy. You got a lot of messy people in both entities. I feel like if you work at a call center and if you work in a warehouse, it's like the same type of people. Messy. You got a lot of gossip, a lot of showing off, a lot of bragging, a lot of people sneaking off doing extracurricular activities. You just don't got a whole lot of bullshit. But what I will say, out of all the call center jobs I done had, I have only had two masculine alpha black male supervisors are in leadership. Every time at a call center, and it could be like this at a warehouse. I never worked at a warehouse, but I have family members that work in warehouse. But sometimes I don't talk to them about this because I feel like my family is heavily Democratic, heavily Christian, so they ain't gonna understand or see things how I see things. You know, they ain't gonna see it like I see it. So they gonna be like, yeah, no. But y'all, I promise you, now 2025, I'm in a whole different mindset on a lot of stuff. I noticed that it's not been a lot of black, alpha, heterosexual, straight males in management. You know, all the supervisors that I've seen or had or what have you have always been compromised. No offense, for real, but compromised. When I say compromised, they either gay, flamboyant gay, whitewash, coonish, harder on the black workers, easier on the white and Mexican workers. Just like, it's never like a alpha black male. Like, I only had two. Out of all the years I've been in call center, it's only been two. And they were black men that was identified as straight, going straight, and they were about their business, and they were good supervisors. But anyway, I said all this to say this for the first story. So this call center I used to work at back in the day, some years ago, we had, it was different levels of chains of management. I'm on the phone taking calls constantly back to back. That's some bullshit. And then you got like a lead. It's a level, a chain of command you go for as power in the company. So number one, you have like a lead. This is the person that walks up and down the floor. And if you on the phone with customer service and you're like, you can't give me my money back, bitch, let me speak to your supervisor. Then I raise my hand and say, yeah, this woman right here, this man right here going off, he won't 2 months refund back. He want to speak to the supervisor, and the lead take the call over and they'll start talking. All right, cool. Or there'll be times when it's some bullshit, if I'm sitting here chilling and my homeboy or my homegirl, she next to me, we cool like that. You, the customer, in your feelings, and you say, let me speak to the supervisor. You don't know what the fuck you doing. And I'll be like, okay, give me a minute. Let me get the supervisor for you. And I'll be like, hey, Mike, this bitch over the phone want to get 2 months free, or he want a refund back, and he don't want to pay for the service. Fuck that. Tell him that you can't give him no refund. So I just get my headset over to him, and he'll slide over. He'll be like, yes, this is Micah, supervisor on the floor. And then you'll get the complaining, I just spoke to your representative, Jeremy. That bitch don't know what he talking about. He need to give me. And then Micah already my friend, and we can't stand you as anyway, bitch. And so Micah tell you, yeah, it's nothing we can do. It's nothing we can do. You just not gonna get no money back. And so you get off the phone mad and your feelings hurt bad. And me and Mike are sitting there laughing at your bitch ass for being in your feeling, for being so rude. So if you call a call center, be nice and polite, But if they tell you they're gonna get a supervisor, a lot of time it probably some bullshit. Anyway, so you got the lead position, then you got a coach. Well, this is how it's been for me. A coach is usually the main supervisor over the team. A team usually be about 10 people, 12 people on a team. And the coach is the person that manages these 12 people right here, right? And they are responsible for like scheduling, if I need to leave early, stuff like that, whatever. And then over that, at this particular call center, we had these 5 managers. It was 5 managers, and these people would sit up and they would watch over us like we was like a slave plantation. They would just watch over us, look down over us, and we had 5. 2 white guys, I used to call them 7-7. When you put that 7-7 together, I used to call them that because they were some square motherfuckers. And then you had this Asian dude that was like, community guideline violation. But we had this Asian dude. Then we had this one woman. Well, one human. And I used to call them Pat. It's Pat. Not the black comedian Miss Pat, but I used to call them this Pat because they didn't have, we didn't know what they were, a man or a woman. And I can't stand that motherfucker. Even to this day, years later, I can't stand that motherfucker. And if you see this video, I still don't like you. Wish you was on the Titanic. You think I care? Don't, motherfucker. And then we had this black lady. Now, the black lady, typical black woman, y'all know how it is. Heavily Democratic, heavily Christian, can outdress everybody at the company. You know how them black women are when they supervisor, right? So y'all ready to get triggered. Get ready to get your feeling hurt. Because believe it or not, she was pleasant. I mean, when I said pleasant, she was the best of the best. She had a nice smile, nice body. She used to walk around. All the other supervisors would sit up on these I don't want to say benches, but they just sit up high above us, and they would spend most of their shift just looking down on us and on the phone and just monitoring us. But of all those 5 people, she would be the one that come down and she would just walk the floor, smiling, laughing, having a good time, whatever. I liked her. And when she would come around me, hey, Jeremy, I like, hey, Jeremy, you over here pretending like you loving the customers? I said, I do love the customer. Yeah, I love to run their ass over with a truck or something, Jeremy. I know you don't play with me, Jeremy. And she was lot of banter. I liked her. One of the most pleasant women I had in, y'all know how y'all are. But anyway, I still believe what I believe. Now, don't get in your feeling. Get out your feeling. But anyway, but she was real pleasant. So also what made me think of this story today is it's cooler outside. Because when I was walking today, I wasn't sweating hard because it's cool outside. And mind you, at that call center, my seat was in the middle of the call center. So I would sit there all day and the air would just blow on my head. And I would just be sitting at that desk just happy. Because I don't know about y'all, but cool air, cool wind just makes me happy. That's why I like fall this time of year. When you put that box fan in the window and that cool air just make me feel just good, y'all. It made me feel good. So I'm at my desk and just cool. My whole team, we just enjoying the cool air. But then wintertime start to come. And now the cool air done turned to hell. What the fuck is this? Are we some chickens? Are they rotisserie us in this motherfucker? But anyway, the heat comes. And so we told our coach that, yeah, it's a little too hot now. It's real hot in this motherfucker. It's hot as fuck. And could we change seats? And we wanted to go to this other pod in the back of the call center. And so we told our coach, could we do that? And they was like, well, let me contact them, the 5 managers, to see what we could do. So the black lady she was one of the managers. She walked around and he talked to her and she said, let me go check some things out and let's see. So she went back up there to her little station. She typed some stuff and then she went over there to the empty pod and she did some stuff. Then she went back up there and she did some more stuff. Then she came back and said, could y'all move in the matter of 10 minutes? Because the calls were kind of coming in. So she said, could y'all get y'all stuff together and move within 10 minutes? We was like, hell yeah. So we packing up our stuff, we excited because we gonna go and we gonna go and get to the other bar, whatever. And so when we in the middle of packing up our stuff, here come Pat. This motherfucking white sheet of paper motherfucker with nothing on the paper but doo-doo residue and garlic powder. Bitch. Here she go. Wait. What are y'all doing? And so the black lady told her that, they say it's real hot over here, so I gave them permission that they can move to this other part over here. So here come Pat. Oh, no. Now, I didn't authorize this at all. Nobody's gonna move anywhere. And we was like, it's hot, this heat is blowing, and it's just too hot, we can't take it. So she didn't let us move. She told us that we can't move, that we can't just get up and just move in the middle of our shift like that. So here come another coworker. Well, we can go on lunch and we can move. I said, do we look like a free moving company? Do we look like moving free? Ain't nobody finna move, not get paid on no lunch. What? No. So then, that right there also solidified things. And Pat was in her feeling when I had said that. So then we couldn't move. So then the black lady, she had told us that, she was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought it wouldn't be a problem. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. So what I'm saying is that we thought that all 5 of them was on the same level, but come to find out, even the 2 white men, the Asian man, the black woman, they were workers under the Pat woman, the Pat human, So that goes to show you that just because you can dress well and you look well and you speak well, that just doesn't mean that you have all the power. Because that's what I thought, she was with the power with all them too. But it's still a power dynamic, and we can move. But eventually, the next night we had got to work, we was able to move to our seat. We were able to move to the other part where it was cooler at. We just suffered that night before, but we was all shocked that we thought that those 5 workers were all on the same level, but them not being on the same level was like, damn, for real? So that goes to show you that, y'all, that don't mean nothing about what you think it means. It means who in power that calls the power, that called the shot. And the person who called the shot was a square. Y'all, I don't know. Anyway, I told y'all all that. The purpose of me telling y'all that first story was that, again, it doesn't matter. The black lady, she was the best dressed of all those people. She looked at the best. She had the best personality. She had whatever. Because a lot of people tell you that, you need to present yourself. You need to work twice as hard. You need to be the best in the room. And that still don't mean nothing. Just because you the best dressed, you do the best, it still can be some person who look worse than you, come off worse than you, still have more power than you have. Power is what really matters. I mean, being the best dressed is cool, but power is what matters. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose of that story. Plus, I wanted to tell y'all that to get to the point of the real video or whatever. So now, as I tell y'all this, again, if you trigger easily, I'm never gonna apologize. So also, this call center, it was a position. This person used to sit in the front of the call center, and they were responsible for watching the queue. A queue is seeing how many calls are waiting. You know, if you call a call center and it said, "Thank you for calling such and such company. We have a higher than call volume. Could you please hold? If you want to hold, it'll be a 45-minute wait. It'll be a 25-minute wait." If you got a long wait, that means there's a lot of people waiting in the queue to speak to a live agent. So this person was responsible for watching the queue thing. And what they would do is, if you want to go to lunch, you want to go to break, you need to take a smoke break, you really want to go to the bathroom longer than now you can go to the bathroom whenever you want to go, but if you want to go to the bathroom longer to really do some stuff, they try to monitor that too. Bullshit, right? Like we some kids. Slaves, I'm telling you, just like slavery, like how the slave masters stood up and watch us. So this human being also like Pat. Pat was non-binary. This other human being non-binary. That means they don't go by he, him. They went by they, them. Whew. Listen, when it comes to LGBTQ rights, from my understanding, I always thought what they fought for was being able to have the same human rights as everybody else, being able to get married, buy houses, get homeowners insurance, get life insurance, get married, have kids, get jobs, get loans, get the same human rights. Their sexuality just not being in the way to hinder those things. That's what I always thought the LGBT fight was for. That's what I always thought it stood for. I mean, right? All this other stuff they doing, I don't agree with it. All the they, them, non-binary. Look, listen, this is how I feel about this. If you are having a different pronoun for what you are, I feel like you should not require nobody to call you that pronoun other than your family and your close friends. When I step out in the world, people see a big black man, a black big dude, whatever. If my pronouns were they, them, and I look like this, you gonna say, "Hey, ma'am," "Hey, they, them." You gonna say, "Hey, bro," "Hey, man," "Hey, dude," "Hey, Ian," whatever. You gonna call me how I present myself. So this person at the job, Derek, and I hope he's watching this too, bitch, because I don't like you either. Still don't like you. Years later, I still don't like you. Motherfucker, community guideline violation on YouTube, don't like you at all. But anyway, Derek was one of them they, them type people. So a lot of people used to walk on eggshells around Derek. They didn't know what to call Derek. Derek was a big ass, about 6'3", 6'4" white dude. Had that dark ass gothic hair, full big ass beard, used to wear fingernails, used to wear women like clothes, but Derek was like, don't go by him and he went by they, them. So a lot of people get in trouble by saying him, "Oh, I'm sorry, they, them." They would get so confused. So I figured out a way that this is what I'm gonna do. Jeremy ain't gonna even trip. I used to call Derek. I would never say pronouns. Now, I don't think if you got a different pronoun, you should operate in your pronoun. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being different in who you are. It's just that you can't expect the whole world to know what the fuck you are when, what? It's so much shit going on in the world. I don't need to know your pronoun. I need to know my damn cholesterol good. I need to know that kidney good. Y'all watch my video from yesterday? That's what I'm concerned about. Anyway, so I'm coming back from lunch one night, and Derek sitting at the little podium up here, and what Derek would do is, like I said, he'll tell you when it's time to go to lunch. And so Derek told Jeremy and me to tell Mike, whoever it was, that they can go on and tell them they can take their lunch now. So I'm walking on back, and my desk wasn't too far from where Derek's station was. So I looked at the person saying, "Hey, Derek said the call queue is low. Derek said you can take your lunch right now. Derek said if you need to go a little longer, then you can take that too. Just let Derek know." Derek heard me say that. Derek heard because I said it kind of loud. So Derek got up out his chair. When he got up out his chair, he was firecracker man. He spit that damn chair around like the Wheel of Fortune wheel. I wasn't laughing at trying to be offensive to Derek, but Derek was one of those people that made you mad. He had a nasty attitude. When I said he one of those people that had one of those nasty attitude, always triggered by everything. Even when people not even talking about Derek, Derek was always offensive. Derek wore his sexuality on his sleeve. Derek was always advertising that they go by they, them, just one of those progressive people that like make you like, oh my God. One of them, oh my God. And even other supervisors didn't like Derek. Derek was good at doing Derek's job, but Derek was still one of those people that said, oh God. Like even with this video, I wouldn't be surprised the comment be full of people, you should, fuck you. Anyway, but Derek got up out of that chair, spit that chair around that chair going around the Wheel of Fortune wheel. And that's what I thought about. And I bust out laughing. And Derek took off walking so fast. I mean, like a damn, he was firecracker man. So I went and sat at my desk. I really wasn't trying to be mean to Derek for real. I was just laughing at how he did that damn chair. So I'm sitting at my desk and I'm typing on my computer, whatever. And then about 20 minutes later, here come Pat with her ugly moose mouth ass. After that call, could you please come with me? Oh my God, I'm traumatized from that night. So she's standing there, she's leaning on the desk right there next to me as I'm trying to finish up this call. And then my other coworker looking at me like, they finna fire you, they finna fire you, they finna fire you. And y'all, maybe this is a bad habit I have and I shouldn't have had this habit. I was like, shit, I don't give up. I was like, I don't care. My partner works. So me and Rashard got this thing. And I guess if I was single and all by myself, I'd probably think differently. But since I'm not, I'd be like, shit, Rashard got a job. I don't give a fuck. Then if Rashard get fired, I got job. I got his back. We got each other back. So then I get out the call and I go in this conference room. When I go in the conference room, it's Pat and it's like 3 other people, and then they got this HR coordinator, which turned out to be a black guy. Now he's sitting at the end of the conference room table, and he got a laptop with him and a folder, and I'm like, damn. This is what I'm saying to myself. Damn, if they finna fire me, how the hell they get a folder that fast? One of them heat of the night folders, the manila folders when they be looking, the thriller movies, and somebody break into somebody's office, and they have them little gold, yellow manila folders. That I'm like, how the fuck they find that file on me? So I walk in, Pat behind me with her ugly ass. Well, I call you in this meeting, and then I forgot, and Derek sitting over there in the corner looking like a damn bull. I'm getting mad thinking about this story. Maybe I shouldn't have told y'all this story because I'm getting mad all over again. Anyway, so Derek's sitting in the corner looking like a damn bull. And so here come Pat. We brought you in here tonight because we just been made aware that you are disrespectful and somewhat homophobic. Derek, who identified as they, them, said that you made some gestures towards they, them that were very offensive and hurtful. And Derek does not like that. And so they going on and on to me about how Derek is, we need to respect each other pronouns. We need to respect each other gender identity. We need to be respectful to each other. This is a place that they don't discriminate against race, age, disabilities, sexuality. They going on this Pat going over all this stuff, really talking she ain't talking to me. She talking down on me. Like we don't do this stuff. We respect for this company. We respect people's pronouns and what have you. So then Derek, he's sitting there breathing all hard, and he got his leg crossed and shaking his leg because he just firecracker man. And then the other folks that was in the conference room, they were just sitting there just like monitoring. And then the black guy at the end, the HR coordinator, he was sitting there on his laptop, and he was just looking like he was ready to kind of like fire me, but like just wanted to monitor the situation because that's what I thought they were gonna fire me. So then she gonna tell me, do I have anything to say? And I said, all I said was Derek's name. Your name is Derek. I call you by your name. I didn't say anything derogatory, foul, or hateful to Derek at all. And then she's like, yeah, you really did. And Derek like, yeah, you really did. You really did. That's not right. You're very disrespectful how you talk to me. And I'm like, I just said, Derek said, go to lunch. I just said that. That's not disrespectful. So Derek's sitting there in his feeling, and Pat's sitting there in her feelings.
Boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl.
That's so messy. That's messy. That was a joke. Anyway, so then they just scolded me. And then the black guy, he gonna say, well, do you have anything you want to add to this? Again, I said, I'm not homophobic. How am I homophobic? I got a whole partner. So then, y'all, this one I pull out my cell phone. I said, can I show y'all something? I pull out my cell phone. So this, I went to my picture. I said, look at this. And I showed them multiple pictures of me and Rashard together. I said, I have a whole partner. Me and my partner have been together over a decade. The thing is, I leave this at home and I'm tapping on my phone like I leave this at home. I don't bring this to work with me. I have a whole partner. I'm not homophobic. I'm not anti-gay or none of this stuff. I just come to work to do my job. Y'all, I swear on my daddy grave, when I said that, Pat and Derek face both melted. Like old cottage cheese. They face was melted. They were already decomposing. Them motherfuckers had rigor mortis sitting up in their damn face. They were so fucking mad, they were furious. So then the black guy said, wait, so you have a partner, you LGBT too? I said, yes. I didn't, that's why I'm saying I don't understand why he said it. I don't understand why they said it to me. I'm not homophobic or nothing. So then the black guy said, oh, well, that changes the perspective of things. And then they said a couple more things, and they just said, well, let's just be more respectful to each other, and you can go back and clock back in. So then I went and clocked back into my phone. Y'all, Derek just left. Derek was so fucking mad. Derek just left the call center. So then I'm telling my coworker, y'all, I don't know. Maybe we all need to leave too, because Derek may be a school shooter. Shit, we need to be leaving too. Y'all, Derek was so fucking mad that Derek couldn't even come back to do his job. They had to get the little damn Chinese, the little Asian man. I told you, the Asian, he had to come down from his little station and work the damn the Q monitor for the rest of the night. Anyway, so about an hour or so later, I went to lunch. So I'm walking to lunch, right? I'm going to lunch because I go sit in my car on lunch. I don't engage with people much. I'm going to sit in my car on lunch to talk to Rashard and whatever. So I'm going on lunch because I'm finna tell Rashard about all this shit here. The black HR coordinator had saw me and he called me in. He said, could I speak to you for a minute? And he was real stern. I was like, oh man, he finna give me some more. Damn, I don't want no more. So when he closed that door, y'all, and then I'm sitting there looking around and he said, Jeremy, I didn't know you was gay. I said, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. You like men and women? I said, man, this a hold up there age. People like it everything. People might be going with dogs. And he looked at me, he said, man, I just want to say one thing. You handled that shit today, man. He said, you handled that shit today. You did that for our ancestor, Jeremy. Nobody likes them. I mean, just to keep it between you and I, nobody likes Pat or nobody like Derek. They very problematic. And when you were saying that stuff and you showed the pictures of you and your partner, man, I'm sitting there just in my chair. Of course you didn't see it. I was sinking down in my chair. I wanted to bust out laughing so bad because you was fucking their whole life up. The little scheme that they set up, they was really trying to get you fired. They wanted you to go off and say some shit so I can fire you. But once you said that you was also part of that community, they face melted. And then when you said that you leave that at home, like for your sexuality, you leave that stuff at home, you don't bring it to work. Jeremy, they were so fucking mad. And I'm so glad you made they ass mad as hell. And he was in there laid all on me. We were just cracking up laughing. We were talking about them laughing. I said, I can't stand day and then. We were both in there laughing our ass off of they goofy, stupid sounding ass. But y'all, I didn't really want to expose myself like that. Oh shit, black people don't play Trump cards no more. That was before then. So this was Obama was in office then. So I guess I could pull my Trump card then. Y'all, faces were long. But eventually, Derek came back to the job. Derek never talked to me again. Derek never spoke to me. Derek never acknowledged me at all. Derek tried his best to get me fired from different little things, telling me about I was late here, I was coming in early, I was riding the clock. Derek tried his best to get me fired, but I'm like, Derek, it ain't gonna work. But I knew how to play the game, and that's what I told my other coworkers. Don't worry about calling him they, them, all that shit. Just keep calling him by his name. And he hated that shit so fucking much. I didn't give a fuck. So I don't like Derek. I don't like Pat. I don't like neither one of you motherfuckers. I wish that both of you motherfuckers would be eating Thanksgiving dinner and can't taste none of the food. Well, it probably ain't got no seasoning the way you already know. We know. Anyway, folks, I just want to tell y'all that that's it. I really wish Rashard to start telling y'all his stories at work, but at work I'm antisocial, and it had to be people that I actually like that I talk to. Most time after that situation, I really became super antisocial. Like, I really don't talk to folks at all at work. Like, I really just keep to myself. But yeah, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. So if you felt offended by anything I said in this video, let me know in the comments. So the next 10 videos, I can say the same shit over again. I stand 100% in that. Again, like I said, we as people should be able to operate however we want to operate, whatever you want to do. If you want to be any of the alphabets, you can be in them. You want to be straight, gay, whatever. But I don't understand why my sexuality got to be taken to work. It's nothing that I'm doing at the job that requires my sexuality. Nothing. I'm not pulling no dick out for none of that. All I'm doing is half talking on the phone, pretending like I care about your customer service concerns. That ain't got nothing to do with them dick. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. That's how it is. No hate, all love. Love and not hate. Love and not hate. No, I think I'm having too much fun by myself, y'all. Y'all get over. Look, can y'all get over here and help me and give me a hug? I'm having too much fun by myself. I hope that y'all having a good day. Thank y'all for all the encouraging words from the kidney video yesterday, and prayers and shout out to all y'all. I did not know a lot of y'all was having kidney issues and dialysis and stuff. I really do pray for y'all to Jesus, because people think I'm an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I just don't do religion no more. But I wish good healing and all that on y'all, and I hope this video made y'all laugh, because just thinking about this made me laugh too. I'll see y'all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that stuff. No hate in the comments. We ain't hating on nobody, no matter which way they go. We don't hate over here, but we do make fun of motherfuckers over here. Oh, we do that. Shit, I'm gonna make fun of your bitch ass. I wanna talk bad about your bitch motherfucking ass. It don't matter if your name Mike or Kim, or if you go by they or them. Think I'm watching.